The City of Norwich seeks to improve the intersection of New London Turnpike and Asylum Street because of an increased number of crashes in recent years. This suggests that the existing two-way stop control is ineffective and unsafe. The intent of this project is to address these safety concerns, while also incorporating facilities for non-motorists.
Since 2015, there have been 18 crashes at this intersection. 67% of these were crossing collisions that were primarily caused by a driver failing to yield right-of-way at a stop sign. According to the Federal Highway Administration, crossing collisions are more likely to result in serious injury than any other type of collision, especially when they are caused by a violation of a traffic control device. Two design alternatives were considered for this intersection: a signalized intersection with a protected left turn on the southbound approach of New London Turnpike, and a single-lane modern roundabout. Roundabouts are categorically safer than traditional four-legged intersections because they entirely eliminate potential conflict points for crossing collisions.
The traffic operational performance of the design alternatives was evaluated using VISTA models and the Highway Capacity Manual. The results indicate that at peak demand, signalization would maintain a similar level of service as the existing two-way stop control, while a roundabout would result in level of service A. As level of service only provides a broad overview of performance, delay at each approach was analyzed further to better understand these results. Despite signalization maintaining a level of service C, implementation would substantially increase delay times on the three major volume approaches to the intersection in favor of reducing delay on the eastbound approach of Asylum Street. In contrast, the implementation of the roundabout would result in very low delay times on all approaches.
Due to the favorable safety characteristics and traffic performance, the modern roundabout was chosen as the primary design alternative. The design process was iterative and was done in accordance with the Federal Highway Administration's design guidance. This process allowed for encroachment onto private property to be minimized while allocating sufficient space for vulnerable user facilities. These efforts resulted in the following design. The roundabout design features an inscribed circle diameter of 100 feet as it fits well within the existing right-of-way and is sufficiently large to accommodate typical traffic demand. Splitter islands with 6-foot wide refuge areas at crossings were provided at each approach of the intersection. In order to ensure adequate visibility and channelization without impeding access to nearby driveways, effective island length was increased with a painted envelope. The implementation of these features results in a total encroachment of 350 square yards on private property.
A school bus was selected as the design vehicle, as it is the largest vehicle expected to make all movements at the intersection with regularity. Consequently, vehicles of lesser or equal size are able to make all movements at the intersection without using the truck apron. The major volume approaches were designed to accommodate larger vehicles as well. The WB50 truck was used as a control vehicle for all turning movements. Additionally, as New London Turnpike is a minor arterial, the WB62 truck was used as a control vehicle for north and southbound through movements.
An effort was also made to provide facilities for cyclists. Due to constraints imposed by the surrounding topography, it was not feasible to implement dedicated bike lanes east of the intersection. As a result, pavement markings were added to indicate to motorists that the space should be shared. On New London Turnpike, the increased right-of-way allowed for buffered bike lanes to be implemented. Cyclists using these facilities merge with traffic prior to entering the circulatory roadway. This is recommended by the Federal Highway Administration because speeds are low enough for both users to safely operate in the same space. For pedestrians, ADA-compliant sidewalks and crossings are provided at each approach. Our design has these facilities extended north in order to provide continuity with the existing sidewalk in the area.
We estimated the cost of the proposed roundabout by determining the quantities of major items required for our design. The subtotal of these items represents 51% of our total estimated cost. The remaining 49% of our cost consists of minor items, contingencies, and incidentals. Our minor item allowances account for items that could not yet be determined at this stage of the design, such as temporary traffic control and drainage. Contingencies and incidentals account for uncertainty and construction costs, bringing the total estimated cost to approximately $1.2 million, a value that is comparable to the cost of other similar roundabouts in Connecticut. Overall, we are confident that the proposed roundabout design is a context-sensitive solution that addresses the safety deficiencies of the existing intersection, while also improving traffic operations and accessibility for non-motorists.